to catch a predator. How teenagers turned the tables on a suspect. Charges in the assault of a city bus driver, and the suspects are all minors. And the Homeless World Cup.
Everyone leaves with a moment or a story that is just so profound.
The unique event that's meant to inspire.
CTV Calgary, local breaking news with Ian White.
Good afternoon. A Calgary man faces numerous charges after a child was abducted in Airdrie. Police say it happened after a group of teens agreed to meet the man as part of a to catch a predator scheme. Jordan Canagan has more on this. And Jordan, the boy is unharmed, but police say it was very dangerous.
Ian, RCMP say a group of between 6 and 10 teenagers devised a plan to meet a man on social media and expose him as a child predator. When the man came to meet the teens in Airdrie, police say a 12-year-old boy was kidnapped as the man drove away with that boy in his vehicle. This all happened on Monday evening in the neighborhood of Cooper's Crossing in Airdrie. Investigators say the young boy willingly got into a vehicle with a man from Calgary and was abducted for a short time before he was able to escape from the vehicle at a red light. Multiple teens and other witnesses called 911 and police tracked the suspect to northeast Calgary. The teens met the man on Snapchat in what police say is a growing trend on social media to catch a predator-style stings. It was caught on video, and that has since been handed over to investigators.
These are very hard to prosecute. It puts these people, these kids in this incident, in extremely high-risk, dangerous situations without backup training, justification, and backup. It's amazingly dangerous what happened in this incident.
Now, a 37-year-old man was eventually arrested in Calgary. Charges against him include abduction, kidnapping, sexual interference, and breach of probation. RCMP confirmed that he is known to them and has been the subject of at least one or two different investigations through the Child Exploitation Unit. Now, that man is due in court tomorrow morning. Ian?
Jordan, thanks for the update. Calgary police have arrested 3 youths for assaulting a bus driver in the Northeast last week. Stephanie Thomas joins us now from Rundle Station near where it happened. And Stephanie, 2 of these youths were as young as 11.
Yes, Ian, and the third youth in this incident is 13 years old, and Calgary police say that she has been charged. Under Canadian law, children under age 12 cannot be charged, so therefore the 2 11-year-olds in this case have been released. Now, it happened near where I'm standing on Friday, August 15th, just after midnight. Calgary police say that a bus driver reported that 3 children got off her bus. They pointed airsoft guns and a knife at her and struck the outside of the bus. Police arrested the trio on a C train before it pulled away from Rundle Station. The eldest of the 3 faces 1 count of assault with a weapon and 3 other weapons charges. Now, it's the second violent offense against a transit operator in recent weeks. On July 29th, an 11-year-old young boy boarded a Calgary transit bus near Earlton Station, brandished a knife, and demanded the driver's phone. Calgary transit operators are still reeling after a bus driver was brutally attacked and stabbed on May 14th near Falcon Ridge and Castle Ridge Boulevards. In that incident, 2 adults have been charged, and the driver is still battling life-altering injuries. Police and transit officials say this incident is very troubling.
What we're seeing with the use of these air guns, and that we're not going to be able to enforce our way out of this. This is not where our energy should be.
It doesn't matter, the age. It's so risky, and and obviously, for the victim at the end of that gun that doesn't know if it's a real gun or not, or if the trigger is being pulled. And
now, the bus driver involved in this latest incident where the 3 youths are charged with assault, or at least, the 1 youth has been formally charged. But the transit president of the union does tell me that it's all causing morale to backslide as there's been a string of violent events against bus drivers. And Calgary police say that youth crime is reflective of what's happening in the adult population with a rise of crimes against property and against people. Ian.
Stephanie, thank you. Danielle joins us now, and there is a lot going on, all sorts of watches and warnings across the province.
Yeah, some big storms moving through. We talked about this arriving in Calgary at 2. That's what happened. We had some shower activity, some thunderstorm activity in the city. Now for Calgary itself, much of this is out of the way. There's still a little bit of potential as we go through the next couple of hours, but the worst of it is tracking towards Brooks at the moment. These cells, as we also talked about yesterday, would intensify as it moved to the east of the city, and that's exactly what's been happening. So now you're looking at that larger size hail with some of these cells, 90-kilometer-per-hour wind gusts, big downpours, and as you can see, lots of lightning as well. Down the Trans-Canada towards the Brooks area, Medicine Hat, you'll see some activity as well. It's one of those active days, absolutely. It's one of those days to take these storms seriously. 17 degrees. This is a cold front that's swiping through. That's the lift we needed. When you combine that with the heat that was out there, this cold front, though, is ushering in a much cooler air mass, so we're not going to have the heat that we've had, and it will be cooler for the next few days. So chance of shower thunderstorm activity, although it's smaller in Calgary, we could have that for the next couple of hours before things are completely out of the way, and a little gusty at times as well. Fog patches early tomorrow morning, and then for the rest of the day tomorrow, it's all sunshine and a high of 20. That's your 24-hour forecast brought to you.
At 5:05 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time Wednesday, Environment Canada has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for south-central Alberta. Extra care and attention should be exercised in and around the following localities: Bassano, Brooks, Enchant, and Vulcan County. Environment Canada meteorologists are tracking a very dangerous thunderstorm capable of producing damaging wind gusts, up to baseball-size hail and heavy rain. Take cover immediately if threatening weather approaches. Intense lightning is likely, and tornadoes are possible with any thunderstorm that develops.
Of meals and baked goods. So the ingredients from this rooftop garden are going directly into the community to help fight food insecurity.
And South Centre is also hosting a back-to-school drive-in movie fundraiser for Made by Mama on Friday, September 6th. It will feature High School Musical 3. Ticket info is at madebymama.org. Tens of thousands of local kids are excited about going back to school. Still to come, the volunteers who are making sure all kids have the supplies they need. And reaction from those in the medical community on the province changing course on COVID vaccines. And if you have a news tip, text us at 10400. Calls are growing louder for all Albertans to receive free COVID shots after the province flipped its vaccine policy yesterday and expanded coverage to healthcare workers. Mark Villani is live near the Foothills Hospital, and Mark, Albertans outside the healthcare sector are sounding the alarm.
Yes, Ian, for many Albertans, this leaves more questions than answers. We're talking about teachers, seniors, as well as children who might have to pay upwards of $110 out of pocket to get this vaccine. Now, public health experts warn that restricting access could lower vaccine uptake, especially heading into the upcoming flu season, which, again, leaves more people at risk. Now, the province announced yesterday that COVID-19 vaccines will be covered for most healthcare workers. The province has said people with underlying medical conditions, compromised immune systems, and AISH recipients will also be amongst those who will get it free. Now, Health Minister Adriana LaGrange says details on eligibility, vaccine scheduling, and admin fees continue to be finalized, only telling us that the vaccine will remain voluntary and only available at public health clinics. Premier Smith has said the new policy calling on Albertans to pay for COVID shots is meant to prevent wastage after some $135 million was spent on unused doses. Critics warn that excluding pharmacies from the upcoming rollout will limit access for rural residents, shift workers, and others who rely on community-based care.
We have been instrumental throughout the COVID vaccination program to get most Albertans vaccinated. We've been the primary vaccinators for these COVID shots. There's a lot of communities that don't always have a healthcare center as well. So there's some communities that just aren't going to be able to have their patients access care through them. They're going to have to go to another center to get a shot. So I think it's a big miss to not include pharmacy in these programs.
Now, the province has ordered 485,000 doses of COVID vaccines for this fall. That's about 250,000 less than were administered last year. Albertans still need to book appointments for these shots, and you can pre-register for those shots up until September 30th as well. But the opposition NDP calling this process both confusing and restricting. Ian.
Good to know. Thank you, Mark. Okay, we really do have serious weather. You're talking some impressive size hailstones in some parts of Alberta.
Baseball-size hail possible.
Baseball-size hail.
Yeah, not for Calgary.
That's good.
Around the Brooks area,
okay.
As this intensifies. So we have all these ingredients in place, and it's not making a cake, but there's certainly things that we need to look at as meteorologists with regards to all the things in place to create these larger size storms. And a couple of the key things, of course, is that we have to have the heat, that's the fuel, and we need that lift to push the air up. So with that cold front that's moving through, yes, that's the lift right there. And you can see how things have cooled down because of this cold front throughout the province. We have all the heat here still residing, and as this cold front, that much cooler air mass collides with the warmer air mass here, we have that lift. And of course, as you can see, we certainly have the heat. Lethbridge is at 30, Medicine Hat 31, Milk River 31. This is what we're looking at. So we're looking at that active weather. Now we're going to cool down significantly. This will at least break the heat in the far southeast, but it's doing that with some very dangerous weather, as you can see. So where we have the severe thunderstorm warning in place is around the Brooks area. Lowman, it looks like not quite the risk that some other communities have. So Countess, Rosemary, Duchess, Brooks. These are the areas that we're looking at right now with that really severe cell, and other cells south of Medicine Hat. Not as intense as this one here. This is the big one, but certainly larger size hail, 90-kilometer-per-hour wind gusts, big downpours, lots of lightning, especially with this cell right here. For Calgary specifically, we've had some thunderstorm activity, but nothing severe, and we're pretty much done with this. So we may see a little bit of activity over the next couple of hours, but nothing as intense as this. This is tracking towards that Brooks area, Duchess area. I'm going to pop out the lightning so you can see. And when we see the white with this, and we did see a little more white earlier on, that signifies that larger size hail. Baseball size hail is possible with this cell. This is a big cell. This is something serious, absolutely. Again, tracking towards Countess, Rosemary, Duchess, Brooks. Okay, when are we done with this? Well, we're pretty much done with this. This is a look at the midnight hour, but all that really intense activity should be done mainly by about 8, 9 p.m. And then it's completely out by the time we get into the midnight hour. And then we have the ridge of high pressure building in, and that's going to set us up for sunshine for the rest of the week and stability. So we won't be dealing with this kind of activity at all as we head through that longer term forecast. So for Calgary specifically, yes, maybe a couple showers, isolated showers possible throughout the next couple of hours. Then it quiets down tonight. Fog patches developing into early tomorrow morning, and then it's all sunshine. 20 degrees though. Again, this cold front has ushered in a cooler air mass. So just a high of 20 for tomorrow, which is a little below normal. 21 for Friday, 24 for Saturday, and still is mid-20s and lots of sunshine for Sunday.
It was a real team effort as dozens of volunteers joined forces to stuff backpacks for Calgary school children in need. 3 charitable groups, the Calgary Police Youth Foundation, Education Matters, and the Calgary Catholic Education Foundation, stuffed more than 7,000 backpacks. Inside them are essential school supplies, personal care items, and healthy snacks. The head of the Calgary Police Youth Foundation says the backpacks send an important message too.
So our backpacks are not just satisfying a practical support need, i.e. taking away a financial burden for families. They're actually sending a message of caring to the students, but also giving the opportunity for the community to come together and show their support for all young people returning to school.
When the Calgary Police Foundation, Youth Foundation, started its campaign in 2020, it started with 350 backpacks. Today, volunteers assembled more than 1,600 alone. They're getting their motor running in Carstairs, but it's not Harley-Davidson. Still ahead how a Chinese motorcycle brand ended up in Alberta. Big change at the top for a U.S. retail giant. Joining me is Robert Geary, investment advisor with the Popwich-Carmeli Advisory Group. Now, first of all, how did the markets perform today?
Yeah, it's a bit of a kind of topsy-turvy one again here, Ian. And I think the major theme on the market was the U.S. tech sell-off. It continued. It didn't. It was pretty heavy in the morning. It didn't accelerate throughout the day. It got a little bit stronger, but there was still some selling pressure on the big names like Nvidia, Broadcom, a lot of those that are. It's in a profit-taking mode right now. TSX did.
At 5:19 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time Wednesday, Environment Canada has updated a severe thunderstorm warning for southeastern and south-central Alberta. Extra care and attention should be exercised. The following localities are included in the warning: Bassano, Brooks, Dinosaur Park, Buffalo, Empress, Patricia and Rolling Hills. Environment Canada meteorologists are tracking a very dangerous thunderstorm capable of producing damaging wind gusts, up to baseball-size hail and heavy rain. Take cover immediately if threatening weather approaches. Intense lightning is likely, and tornadoes are possible with any thunderstorm that develops.
So I think what's going to change them is, this may be the right guy, but it's going to take a few quarters for him to prove his point.
All right. Thanks very much.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Chinese motorcycle maker Covey is shifting gears into the Canadian market, and its Canadian headquarters aren't in Toronto or Vancouver, but in a small Alberta town. The family-run Covey Moto in Carstairs is the sole Canadian distributor for the Chinese-built brand. After a lengthy certification process, the company now has bikes in a dozen dealerships across Canada, with plans to nearly double that number by year's end. Covey is working to overcome old perceptions about Chinese manufacturing. The company says its motorcycles are not affected by tariffs that could soon hit Chinese-made cars.
China had a stigma and reputation of building not bad, but lower priced bikes, and you get what you pay for, in a sense. The conversation is definitely shifting now, especially around Covey, because they've proved themselves around the world as durable, long-lasting, and quality race machines.
Covey Moto's Canadian team says the adventure motorcycle segment is the fastest-growing part of the industry. It was a shocking plan to catch a predator enacted by a group of teenagers. Here's Tara Nelson with a look ahead to CTV News at 6.
Hi, Ian. The kids made a plan to meet a man through social media. The man met them in Airdrie and then allegedly drove off with a 12-year-old boy as the others frantically filmed the incident. That man is facing charges, but police say this plan was extremely dangerous. We'll hear more from them. Also ahead of growing demand for free COVID shots for all Albertans after the province decided to charge for the shot. That decision was reversed, but only for healthcare workers. We'll hear from others who say they wanted to. Ian.
Thanks, Tara.
Some nights, the pin might drop.
Brock Geiger is among the performers Saturday at the Eastern Slopes Music and Arts Festival, one of the final festivals of the summer. The event at the Bridgeland Community Association features an all-Alberta lineup. Joining me is Tori Rosso. He is the co-founder and artistic director of the Eastern Slopes Festival. Welcome to the program. Good to see you.
Hi, Ian. Thanks so much for having me.
So this is the second year for the festival. Why did you decide in the first place Calgary needed a new music festival?
Yeah, I mean, I think Calgary has just a wonderful host of music, arts, and cultural festivals already, and I think, the more that come to the table, the more that we all win and we can all enjoy what the city has to offer. Myself and the three other founders, we sort of came together at the end of 2023, and our executive director, Hannah, this was kind of her that sparked all this, and we just sort of took all of our collective skill sets and experience in the music community and wanted just to put something together.
Okay, let's take a look at another one of the artists that you're featuring. This is Ginger Beef. Now, this is a husband and wife couple, and a lot of people would actually recognize the music of that guy, Warren C., because he's the organist for the Calgary Flames, right? Mm-hmm. Now, they describe themselves as instrumental pop, which is a little bit different, right?
Yeah, I think one of the cool things about Ginger Beef is obviously the
all right, the Eastern Slopes Festival is Saturday. To see my extended interview with Tori Rosso, visit ctvnews.ca/Calgary. All right, there is a rather serious storm moving toward the east of Calgary. Danielle is tracking it, and she'll have details coming up. Danielle, I understand it is rare that you see a storm this ferocious,
yes.
Shall we say,
Yeah,
right?
this intense. I do want to show you this on the radar. When we talk about cells to take seriously, absolutely. Look at all that lightning. I'm going to pop out the lightning. And when you can see that large white spot, this is baseball-size hail at least. The core of it, the worst of it, just to the north of Brooks. This also comes with very intense winds, over 90 kilometers per hour. This is a big storm that's tracking off to the east. So Brooks, north of Brooks, just off to the east as well. And this may intensify further as it tracks off to the east. Calgary, though, we're in the clear. We may see a little bit of shower activity for the next couple hours, but not much to worry about. 20 for tomorrow, lots of sunshine, and then the sunshine continues right through the weekend.
Okay, thanks, Danielle. For the first time in a decade, Canada will be sending a soccer team to the 2025 Homeless World Cup. Calgary's Ashley Fraser will coach the team of 8 players who are homeless or who have experienced homelessness. This week, they'll head to Oslo in Norway to face off against 47 other countries. The goal of the tourney is to create community, shift perspectives, and empower the underprivileged.
Everyone leaves with a moment or a story that is just so profound, and you get to experience that with them, and you have no idea what that moment's going to be. It could be a goal they score, it could be a game they win, it could be a person they meet, it could be finding commonality with someone. Like, it's just, the moments are so serene and unpredictable, and I just can't wait to.
And to follow Canada at the Homeless World Cup, visit our website, ctvnews.ca/Calgary. Thanks for joining us. Now here's the early edition of the CTV National News.